Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo and I am here with the collective reading for May 24th through May 30th, 2020. I want to apologize in advance for the little noise that's outside. They're doing some construction, so just bear with me. I can't wait to get into the place that I am manifesting because that way we'll have our own little sacred space uninterrupted. All right, now guys, really quick, like, share, comment, subscribe. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can. You guys are really amazing. I had clients today. I have clients tomorrow. I will be posting testimonials for the session that I did today in regards to distant healing, energy healing. I did post one of my Akashic sessions as well, or no, past life sessions. So check that out because I know a lot of you guys have been emailing me about that. So if you would like to follow me on Instagram as well, go ahead. You can do that as a form of energy exchange. So over there, I am Chrissy the Crystal Indigo also. Okay, so let's dive right into the reading to all of my amazing subscribers or who watch my channel. Sending you lots of love and light for the rest of your week. And I want you to send that loving energy right back. Okay, guys. So starting out, we got the Queen of Cups. So, you know, this is the energy, especially with the new moon in Gemini. We're really being triggered, right? But for some of us, we're fighting against those triggers. Like we really are learning how to overcome the triggers, learning how to acknowledge it and release it. But this is the energy that we are in, that Queen of Cups energy. And so with the Queen of Cups energy, it talks about emotion. This is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So this is the water element and it's more nurturing, right? And so this is the element that we are in, which is really good because we really need to show compassion. We really need to, be kind to one another. And this is in regards to the collective, whether you're on a twin flame journey, whether you're on a soul journey, whether you are on a high level soulmate journey, like however it resonates for you, because you are learning to deal with those triggers. Look at the crown. When I see the crowns on the head, that talks about enlightenment, that you're getting the information, that you're growing with that information that you're receiving, okay? The next card out, we have the Page of Pentacles. And so here we have someone making an offer, wanting to make an offer, treating people better than they have treated them before, taking care of people who can't take care of themselves. And this person is doing the healing work. Remember, they're a page right now, so they're taking the steps. They're not at that king status, right? So in regards to abundance, in regards to anything dealing with financials or helping anyone or supporting anyone, this person is really starting to take off and grow and know that it's important to give, not always take. You understand? The next card out, we have Knight of Pentacles. With the Knight of Pentacles, this knight looks really confident, right? So now we go from the Page of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles. And this is really amazing because you're noticing the growth. So for whoever this resonates, your divine counterpart is really elevating. You know, it may seem like they're moving like a turtle, but movement is better than no movement at all, right? And they're looking at it like, you know what, I am enough. I can afford, I can take care of, my home, my queen, whomever, this is resonating with, because a lot of the divine masculines really feel like they don't have enough to offer you, that they don't understand why you like them, why you feel you need them in your life or want them in your life. They're in that energy and they see that you're amazing, that you're glowing, that you're abundant, and that you can do it all on your own. So here they're noticing their worth and that they can offer you just as much as you've done for them. Okay. The next card out, we have the High Priestess. So BTJ, those initials can resonate. Also with you guys in the collective, you are seers. You guys have the psychic sight. You have remote viewing. You have second sight. Your vision is on point. And look at this moon symbol here. So whenever you see this moon symbol, you probably notice that your gifts are very strong. So for me, I am really, really strong with the full moon and the new moon, right? My visions are like clockwork, right? And I don't just see in the 3D, I see in the 5D or when I'm sleeping. You understand? 2 talks about choices. So your divine counterpart know you have these gifts, or you know your divine counterpart has these gifts. And this is one thing that they're back and forth about. Like, you know, this is different for me. Like, this isn't something that I'm used to, but at the same time, they won't say it to you, but they find it so magical, right? Underneath that, we have the 9. 9 talks about endings. We have these 2 here standing by each other's side, one in their power, one has done the healing. And he's like, you know what? I don't care if you don't want me here or not. I'm here and I'm going to support you. And it's amazing how that came out, because that is how our unions or our connections with our divine counterparts are. And again, 9 talks about completions, the hermit. You know, your divine counterpart is on their journey or starting their journey or getting their awakening, right? And I know we've been hearing this a lot, but it is definitely happening. The next card out, 3, I think of Ascended Masters when I see 3. And so here, it's not about third party. This individual is choosing one, and they're going to stand in their power on that, right? They know what's good for their heart. They know what's good for their soul. Now it's about them coming forward and being courageous and speaking their truth, okay? The cards that wanted to show themselves. The Wheel of Fortune, meaning the wheel is going to turn in your favor no matter what routes, no matter what detours you go down. 10 talks about completion, okay? The next card. This is, you will see this a lot in the Twin Flame journey, that Tower card coming out, and there are those magnetic colors, red and blue, right? And so this had to be torn down to be built back up the right way, so both of you guys can understand what you're meant to do, you know, with each other in regards to your mission, life path, and purpose, especially for the age of Aquarius. Now we have the King of Wands wanted to show itself. So this person's in their power, they're fiery, they've done the healing, they've gotten their enlightenment, and they are sure. And look at this, the abundance leaves on this wand is a lot thicker, is a lot more noticeable than any other wand in the deck, okay? And this represents the fire element, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? So let's dive into the Lenormand spread, okay? So with the Lenormand spread, I want you to pay attention to the numbers. Number 6, you guys know my flow. Look up the number in the angel number or look it up in numerology. And so with 6, it says clouds, integrity, shine, strong, and precision. Life will be fine with firm decision. It says beware of clouds, misty and obscure. Life cloaked in darkness is hard to endure. So, you know, your clouds, like sometimes it may seem like things are dark. Sometimes you may not understand, but this is saying, like, with the mental, think of it that way. So you may notice that in the 6th month, June is on the way here. 6 months, 6 weeks, again, near future, right? And so with that, it's just saying, focus on your manifestations, focus on love. Number 13, 1 and 3 is 4, okay? And so it says, when a sweet child smiles your way, innocence brings joy to fill your day. Friends are many, enemies are few. Embrace a fresh start in all you do. So it's telling your story. Like, it's going to be some good times. There's going to be some bad times that we don't understand. But here, like, it all makes sense. It all comes back to love, right? Because that's what you feel when you see a child. That's how your heart just lights up. So we have 28. 8 and 2 is 10. 10 talks about completions. It says the principal card shows a man tried and true, held in high regard. He tells fortunes for you. And upon your behest, if the cards are read well, the worst and the best the cards will foretell, right? So maybe you guys are realizing, you know, you have your spiritual gifts of reading tarot or, you know, oracle cards or whatever, or even it can be resonating to you getting a reading from someone. But again, your divine masculine has the spiritual gifts, have the spiritual gifts. They ain't saying it because they're not used to it. Some of them who are more, you know, mature and ready for this connection is going to slowly start to communicate that, right? But until they get that nudge from spirit, divine, that's when they will speak on it. Other than that, they will keep it on the low. They'll give you bits and pieces, all right? The overall energy, number 11. 1 and 1 is 1. Wow. And we are one, right? So it says, birch wood brings strife to what should be bliss. To husband and wife, all has gone amiss. Prepare for sorrows and deeper, wait, and hold on, these letters are so small. It says, birch would bring strife to what should be bliss. To husband and wife, all has gone amiss. Prepare for sorrows that dampen the day, begotten of quarrels that bring much dismay. Right? And so that's like our that's like our twin flame connection for those of you in the collective who resonate. Like you think like you're on point, and then boom, here's another tower moment, or boom, here's another dark night of the soul, right? All right, so let's dive into the mystic oracle cards. So for divine masculine, we got understanding. For the next card, we got regrets. So these are the energies they are feeling. Guide. So again, that clarifies the Hermit card. They're being guided. They're being led to understand what their life path and purpose, commitment. This is the energy that the divine masculine is in, and this is really amazing. Their energy has been really on point as of a month or so, right? Devotion came out for divine feminine, okay? Crossroads. This card wanted to show itself when I was shuffling as well. So for divine feminine, they are at a crossroads, like, do I go left, do I go right? Like, but in their intuition, they know what it is. And it's like, I cannot be in like this connection with anyone else because it's not going to be the same. It's not my soul. And so that's why some of you guys are afraid to even communicate with someone else, because you know where your soul belongs, right? Compromise. So the divine masculine and divine feminine, they're going to come to a compromise, right? Let's have an understanding. Let's have a sit down. Let's figure this thing out, right? Cycles. So again, with the moon here, divine feminine knows that they are very special. They are very gifted, that they are changing within the cycles, and especially the moon cycles. As we move closer to the age of Aquarius, your gifts are going to expand even more. And as you are more open to your spiritual awakening, things are going to start happening like clockwork, right? So it's important right now you work on your manifestations. The cards that wanted to show itself: forgiveness, awakening, received. So this is beautiful energy for this week coming up. The overall energy, pride and ego. And what's really beautiful after that, we have surrender. After that, it is only clarifying that I always tune in to the collective that are in separation. And some of you guys are slowly coming out of separation, right? But this is for you guys, for me to help you through, because I know what it is like to be in a connection with your divine counterpart and you're in separation. Okay? You just have to release the energy. Just fill it up with love. So let's dive into the messages. First card out, intuition. You already know the answer you seek. You already know the answer you seek. Next card, healing. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. I mean, this we know that. Fate. This is a destined partnership. And it's like we have so much work to do. Wow. Twin flame. It says this is a divine counterpart connection. So your cards are your cards. So whoever needed to get that clarity, on your connection, there you go. So I'm using the Isis Oracle deck. So the first card out, we have proper burial for freedom, sacrifice to Osiris, Lord of the Dead. So some of you guys may be connected to Osiris. I want you to read about Osiris. I want you to understand what Osiris represents. I know he was the husband of Isis. I know in a past life I was high priestess to goddess Isis. So that's where my magical abilities come from. I'm going to read this for you. Just a little snippet, okay? All right. So it says, no, let me put the light. I need my light. You guys know these little words, I'll be blind. All right. So it says, in order for life to flow and express itself, that which belongs to the world of death must be released. There is nothing to be gained and everything to be lost by trying to hold onto that which no longer serves us, which is better left to die. Though it takes great spiritual courage and trust to allow this to happen, Osiris, Lord of the Dead, guides you now to release that which no longer needs to be part of your life so that you may be free. So during, our journeys, this is exactly what we go through, right? The release. We're constantly letting go, letting God, releasing, and stepping into our power, okay? The next card is power. Let me see, power over 7 scorpions. And it says, power to conjure lower vibrational energies. And this is some of you guys' gifts. Power to conjure lower vibrational energies. All right, so I'm going to read that one for you as well. Got it? Okay, sorry, it's like a glare. Move it there, right there. All right, guys, sorry, it's a little glare. I'll put it down so that way it's not messing with your eyes. Okay, so we'll go over power over 7 scorpions. Hold the light right there, and then I'll hold it up for you over here so you still see it a little bit. Okay, so it says, you are being initiated into the magic of conjuring to have power to affect lower vibrational forces through your own will and spoken word. You are guided to use this powerful gift with compassion and discernment, with mercy and non-judgment. You can then manage any toxicity in your life swiftly and with great effect. Okay, so this is very important for you guys because at the end of the day, you are developing your gift, a lot of gifts, and with this gifts of the power to conjure lower vibrational energies. Remember when I was teaching you in the class about transmuting the energies, right? And so you can really change the energies. You can change the energies in your work environment. You can change the energies around your family dynamic. And you're developing that gift, and that's really amazing. Some of you guys may be karma lords, where it's like you don't do anything out of intention or anything like that, but you just have that gift to where if someone's trying to be not of integrity, you can energetically switch that. And if someone, say for example, is being picked on at work, or someone's trying to get someone maliciously fired for no reason just because they don't like them, you can energetically switch that. And that's a beautiful gift. But they say use your gift of discernment because you have to be able to be in of light as well when you do this. And so every time I make a move when it comes to spirituality, I have to ask myself, what is the purpose of this? Why is this? And consult my guides and angels, because I don't want to mess with something that I don't need to be getting involved in, but follow your intuition, right? So let's dive into the Atlantis deck. So for the first card out, it says Nature 12. 1 and 2 is 3. What I tell you, Ascended Masters. So I really am all about the Ascended Masters. I'll tell you that. And so with the Ascended Masters, with the, number 12, Nature, it says the Golden Atlanteans honored every aspect of natural world, understanding that everyone and everything is part of Source. Humans, animals, and nature work together, and there was no fear between the species. Plants reciprocated with a bountiful harvest. Animals gave their produce freely and lovingly, recognizing the divine uniqueness of all life forms. The people never tried to alter or interfere with the genetic blueprint of life. This card reminds you to recognize and honor your uniqueness and that of everyone else. Consciously contribute to the well-being of the natural world and notice how people, animals, and plants respond to you. Your guidance is to check that your thoughts, words, and deeds are harmless and well-intentioned. Then your rewards will be bountiful beyond your expectations. It's time to harvest your abundance. And so I've been telling everyone these next 4 months is about to be beautiful, right? The next card, materialization. Materialization. All right, so let's look into this. 4 and 1 is 5. 5 talks about changes. Okay, so it says the Magi and some specifically trained priests were able to manifest items from the spiritual realms. First, they achieved total clarity about what they wanted. They then focused on the most intricate details of this vision and were able to hold it in their mind. Because everything is made up of energy, they could draw the pure energy of the higher dimensions into a denser vibration and fashion it into the physical object. This power was used to serve the people. So, manifest your vision. If you choose this card, your guidance is to become totally clear about what you want in your life. Be sure that you really want it. When you have this clarity, focus on your vision without doubt or deviation, and it must manifest. Focus on your vision and make it happen. So, guys, you see, no matter what deck you use, right? No matter what deck you use, your cards are your cards. And it's all tied into each other and told the same similar story regardless of the cards we were using. Okay, so let's dive into the work your lights. No, I'm using the Starseed Oracle. Yes, I'm using the Starseed today. So the first card out, we have perspective. And so you see how here the world looks so small, but here like the stars, like the universe, right? And so what this card is basically saying is that focus on your perspective, focus on how you see things, come at it from a love and light energy vibration, right? And don't always like being in the 3D, you're just like, it's about me, what I need, what I got to do, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But that's not the message. That's not, as a spiritual, how you're supposed to move. Now, I always tell you guys, I want you to be yourself. So because you're on a spiritual journey, it does not mean you have to change your wardrobe, get all holier than thou. No, you still can wear your Prada shoes. You still can get your Chanel bags. Like, be yourself. And this is what draws everybody to you, because you're not dressed up looking uncomfortable to approach. When I open my my spiritual salon, that's what I'll call it, my spiritual sanctuary, it's gonna be beautiful, and you guys are gonna come and we're gonna have classes, and you know, I'm gonna do readings there, healings, everything. And I want you to live your best life. You can sip on wine, have little crumpets, whatever you want to do. This is my vision. And so, you know, this is your safe place that you come to. So any one of you that's following me, that's, you know, tuned into me, that's connected to me, don't stop being who you are. Don't stop loving what you do. Of course, you're going to get some adjustments because you're on a spiritual journey and an awakening, but you don't have to change the things you really love. As long as it's not hurting nobody, you're fine. Right? And so this is like the energy of this, like, be in the world, but not of it. Right? Wow. I'm growing so much. All right. So the next card out is Star Brothers. And so it says Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. Okay. And I'm going to read this to you because there's a very important message, you know, in here. All right. And so it says, you know, I got to get my light. Okay. So it says, you're being called to stop micromanaging the universe. Nope, that's not it. But hey, that message was for somebody. Just let it flow. Like, don't worry about the outcome. Let it flow. All right. Here we go. So it says, the Star Brothers want you to have a new experience of life on Earth. They want you to feel deeply secure and safe, even if you are going through a difficult time. They want you to hand over your fears to them, to see them as opportunities to let in more love. They are guiding you to stay open to receiving a greater level of support than you can ever imagine, both in this world and beyond. To call in your team of loyal protectors and supporters, both physically and energetically. They want you to learn to soften through life's ups and downs, and to learn to open your heart, especially when it most wants to harden. Okay. And so it also says, you are more protected than you can imagine. It's safe to open the back of your heart. You are being called to be open to receiving a new level of support now from those in your life and from the benevolent beings you are connected with. Through ancestral pattern, current life traumas, and past life karmic impressions, many of us have become mistrustful and suspicious of loyalty and have blocks. when it comes to receiving support. And so a lot of you who are tuned in to the channel, you are the ancestral chain breaker for your lineage, right? And so you'll notice as you continue to step out and do your work and what you're called to do, you're going to have more support from your ancestors. And as you meditate, you'll start to get messages from them. You'll start to see them in your mind's eye, visions. Like I saw my grandmother like smiling at me. I saw my grandpa Chief Running Bear like dancing behind me in my vision as I was like getting excited about writing my affirmations. So they're coming up strong. And it's a beautiful thing. And on this spiritual journey, there's a lot of us who've had different types of experiences. Hence why I started my journey late, because the things I would see as a kid, as even 19, 20, I'm in my 30s. So as 19 or 20, I was just like, what type of crap is this? You know what I mean? Especially if you don't know what has happened down your lineage way back in the day. And so when I got promoted to New York, I was like, something's, it just all started to unfold step by step by step. So I started to understand why as a kid I had visions. I started to understand why I would see extraterrestrial beings. I started to understand why I would see fairies. Like the stuff you see in the comments you see people write, it's not in their mind. Like they're like, okay, today I'm going to say I saw this. Like, do you really think we want people to be like, I'm good on her. I don't really want to, she's like a little lost in the sauce. At the end of the day, getting on this journey or being on this journey, you have to be confident. You have to be strong. You have to know that everyone is not going to accept you, but the ones that do, that's who you flow with, right? And so, yeah, this message is for you guys. It's for this week. I want you guys to meditate. I want you guys to get a lot of rest. I want you guys to step in your power. If you started your business, during this pandemic or before the pandemic, I started my online business June 7th. And again, if you would have told me 3 years ago that I would be here having clients, meeting people, running back and forth, I work in a pharmacy and then I'm like on my break, dropping off packages. Like I never imagined my life to be like this in a million years. And every day I get up and I'm like, I'm grateful, like I am somebody. And those times where you thought that you weren't nothing because people treated you that way, or you just gave and nobody offered love and things like that. Now you see like you're making moves, you're changing the world. You got so many people that love you that aren't even related to you. That's the aha moment. Like you haven't even met me in real life, but I know your love is real. I know you support me. I know you guys are there, and vice versa, the same back at you. So just be you, love you, cherish you. You are enough. Love and light. Talk to you guys soon.